This hero is very, very strong. Yeah, they're not moving too much. We'll see what happens after the bounty runes.
Oh.
I guess they just don't care. I thought they would put more emphasis on, you know, making sure that the Venno was against the Legion, but I guess not.
Crit tosses away one to secure the bounty rune, so that is going to be 4 bounties for EG. What a way to start the game.
Yeah, that's a feels good right there. The quad bounty. I mean, the level 1 of paiN isn't really that strong. It's just a bunch of auto attacks, really. But yeah, we'll see how the lanes play out. I'm sure the Bloodseeker will still be fine, even if it is against a Venno, because you are going to eventually put points into that Blood Rage, and if your side lanes are doing well, this Venno does have the potential to just kind of feed, because you know you get ran down and you're very slow yourself. So even with things like Gale, you might just end up going down here. But we'll see what happens.
They spotted this rotation from the Earth Spirit, so Abed should know that the Shaker is back there, and well, he certainly does now. Is he going to take a little bit of a punch to the back of the head by virtue of that fissure? And I don't know, we'll see where he ends up going. But for now, at least, it's just going to be a solo King RD in this bottom lane.
Yeah, it should be okay for him. Like, the wave is close to his tower. He's not really in any danger of dying. It is an IO support, so it's not like a disable or a really big slow that you have to worry about. It's just, it does mean that Arteezy is going to be farming. Like, that's basically what both teams want. They just want their safe laners to get some creeps. And let's see, is anything else? I mean, mid lane's going well for Mandy, but we kind of expected that. The Wind Ranger versus the Storm matchup is pretty favorable for the Wind Ranger until a little bit later on. A missed courier attempt here from Dunha. He's unable to find Abed's courier, which would have really hurt him too, because if he can't send out regen right now, if you look at his inventory, he's got nothing. It would have been a disaster for him, so good that his courier didn't die.
Ramsey's on the wrong side of that fissure, though. We were praising his play earlier, but now Dunha feeding. He almost gets blocked off there by the wards and is just going to be forced to TP away. No other skills to break that one away, so it looks like he will escape. But not the greatest. Meanwhile, back here on the bottom lane, King RD trading hits with Fly, who's tethered up to the creep wave, but King RD will be able to pull this one past if you want. Or just keep on trading hits. All taking some damage.
Yeah, he's not going to go down here. Very hard to kill Legion. Super fast hero. Even being tethered to the creep wave, I guess he is slightly faster. He's just trying to be as annoying as he can. King RD is going to get the double wave here. And it's just about the EXP, really.
Meanwhile, back up top again. Dunha in the position to block off there with the fissure, but doesn't quite get it. And 444 is still nearby, but not quite there with the movement speed. A little bit faster. This is going to make Bloodseeker move around mighty quickly. And eventually they move into position. Power shot,
nice,
drawn first blood.
Yeah, very nicely done there from Mandy. Nice little boost of economy for the mid player. If I'm Abed right now, I'm like, man, couldn't you have just died to someone else?
Dude, Arteezy. The hell? What happened to bottom lane?
The nomadic Slark. He's just trying to stop the Legion from getting the uncontested waves, I guess, and then he's giving solo EXP to the IO, which honestly isn't that bad, because, you know, he's got creeps here, and then the IO has creeps bottom. It's a little unconventional, but, you know, he'll take it.
Yeah, it works. He gets his creep wave back, and there's going to be a second one under the tower here. We'll see if Fly tanks this wave to make sure it doesn't go underneath the tower. But this is going to be a huge wave. See, this is 3 range creeps, and then also another one up top. He's going to pull it over to the hard camp, which means Fly just has to keep on eating up his own. Weird start to that.
It's really efficient, though, what he's doing, because he's allowing his support to get solo lane EXP, which under normal circumstances for a 5 would never happen.
Yeah.
He's using it to kill a neutral camp, which normally at level 3 you wouldn't be able to do. And he's also just going to be able to, like, bully out King RD, like, kind of baits him in, get some hits off. He's got the Oof, but yeah, too tanky to dive here.
That doesn't mean he'll miss out a couple here, but that's perfectly fine. And I mean, it is less creeps farmed for him than HFN at this point in time in the game. He's up to 30 and 10 versus the 19 and 7. And well, now maybe going to be able to find another kill. They toss him back on the other side of the fissure. Ramsey's eventually is going to hit the deck. I guess a lot of those are probably Plague Wards as well.
Yeah, the plague words aren't too tanky right now. Let's see, what's his skill build? Okay, so he's opted out of Gale. I'm not sure how I feel about that. All right, bounty runes. Looks like 3 for 1 for paiN. They might also lose. Okay, nice toss. Crit's gonna be fine. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Gale in this lane in particular, it's not gonna kill anyone, right? And maybe they just want Ramses to be able to occupy this lane, or like eventually rotate mid if they feel like paiN are gonna be pushing it to just hold the tower. But not even having a value point in the Gale at this point does mean you are very, very easy to kill.
Yeah. Quick rotations can happen, and I mean the fact that Legion's been able to, yes, sort of be zoned out every now and then is bad, but that also means that Earthshaker can be the one moving around and making this stuff happen. And it's interesting because this has been kind of the paiN motif, right? You secure that safe lane sometimes with the tri lane, and level 6 on Abed uses a lot of his mana pool. Mandy thinking about chasing, but Earthshaker on the other side means that they can't go for the full committal.
Unlucky that the rune spawn bottom there. If they got the haste, they might have been able to make a play, but unfortunately it spawned bot, so not favored for EG.
Lane. HFN again, onto Ramsey's tail. You mentioned it, no points in Gale. They fear him, they pull him back in, able to interrupt that one. 444 in some trouble, but so too is the rest of EG. Or maybe it's just HFN that's in trouble now. Fissure to secure his retreat. With the IO and tiny rotation, it actually ends up working out good for them.
Yeah, nice movement. Scouting it out. They had the ward on the hill, so they kind of knew what they were getting themselves into. And likewise, paiN also had a ward, so I'm surprised that, 444 ends up putting himself in that dangerous situation. Okay, crit. Wow, that stun canceling the Sinister Gaze.
Ooh.
Might have saved him.
Power shot
right,
comes through. HFN, they got the heals coming from Fly, and that's enough to stop it. And the weird fissure block off means that they stack the camp because of it. And we'll see if they can clear through that one now. They'll get the D ward. That Ob's placed down. In the meantime, now Ramsey's having that 3rd point up in the plague wards. Makes it a lot easier for him to hold this lane, and HFN is going to have a tough time dealing with these wards.
He does get a lot of the stick charges, though, as long as... If he has vision of Ramses, which he will with the ward, he's going to be getting the magic stick charges, which means he'll have a lot if they do decide to try to dive him here. And they're bringing a lot of heroes on AG, man. They want at the very least, they want the tower.
This is a heavy commitment, but if they can get it, it looks really, really nice. Frost shield there, trying to keep it alive as long as possible. They don't have a glyph, and so it will go down. No chance for a deny either. paiN maybe trying to take this fight after the fact, as they are in fairly deep. Abed there, trying to battle this. They're underneath the ward, have to be careful. Power shot comes through. Fissure going to connect. Do they have a shackle to land? They pull him back in with the Sinister Gaze, seeing if they can kill up Abed, but he is going to be able to make the escape for now. Power shot connects, not quite enough damage as a regen rune right off to the side where he's going to be able to pick this up. And that is a big win if he can get out of there in time. They still have vision over him. Power shot almost going to connect, but it was just on the edge. Abed escapes.
That regen just it helps him so much because he doesn't have to make a base trip. Otherwise he'd be walking around, and now he's gonna, oh, nice snipe actually. I was gonna say he might get to farm the jungle for a little while with the regen, but Mandy paying attention.
Was that
is the snipe.
That wasn't blind, was it? Because he didn't have